Besides that, reintegration, is that a question?
Huh?
No.
Okay, I love questions, by the way, so if anyone has any questions at any point, feel free. That's my favorite part, like about the condition, about like what I went through. Like, it's great giving it to high school kids. I swear they have some of the dumbest questions. So,
I got a question.
Sure.
What are some of the dumbest questions you have got?
all right. So, I can't feel my left side. I don't feel pain, I don't feel touch, I don't feel heat, cold, whatever. If you broke your arm on your left side, would you be hurt? That was the one that sticks out at the moment. There are a lot of others, usually involving like not understanding, lack of sense of touch doesn't mean I can't physically be hurt. But besides that,
I have a question.
sure.
How did your parents take it when they saw what happened?
My parents took it pretty hard. My mom especially, but I had a good sense of humor about the whole thing, you know, from beginning to end. I actually freaked her out in critical care. I took 4 years of Japanese in high school, so me being as smart as I was, I decided they were asking questions, you know, half my mouth didn't work, my tongue didn't work, I couldn't answer them, so I start writing out what I'm trying to say, except I'm writing in Japanese. So that was a little disconcerting, you know, just because of that, but also when you have a stroke, it turns out that sometimes you don't process words and images like a normal person would, so stroke victims oftentimes write things, they see what they're writing, but it actually comes out as chicken scratch, so she thought I couldn't write. I actually had to prove to them that I could write, so that was pretty neat. And going back to the point that sometimes you don't realize how much you mean to people, and these are actually footballs from both the varsity team and my freshman team. Catch. Both these games were, the freshman game was the day I had my stroke. You want to catch it? Cool. And the varsity game was 2 days after. Both those games we were expected to be shut out. I believe that one is 48-0 Ram Pride victory. Is that what it is? Or is it 20-0?
It's
20-0. I think that one is 48-0. I was a freshman at the time, so my condition mattered a little more to the freshman team, but obviously the seniors and the juniors, they were feeling a little something too, because we were supposed to be shut out of those games. So never discount how much you mean to your community and to those who care about you. And I mentioned this before in the previous talks I gave, but there's always people out there that have it worse than you. I mean, I'm standing up here talking about how I can't feel half my body like it's nothing, because to me it is nothing. I spent 3 months in a hospital. I saw kids with leukemia, missing limbs. There were these kids, they're called R&D patients. They had something where like their muscles turn into bone, and they have to maintain constant physical activity just so they don't have to re-break their newly formed bones like every week. So, I mean, what's the worst thing I can do? I got a cheap party trick where I can smash my hand with a hammer and, you know, not feel it. I've actually won some money, like with hot wing eating contests, just by, you know, keeping it on the left side because I can't taste it.
Can you talk more about that last one? Because it seems more like they're turning into superheroes than.
You would think that, but yeah. When I say it turns their muscles into bone, that means, you know, bone doesn't move.
Right.
So they turn into statues, not superheroes.
Gotcha.
That's why they have to keep re-breaking their bones.
Oh, okay. So they have to do it to get.
Yeah.
How long did it take
That's
to
a little
recover?
worse.
Like completely? Well, you're not covered
Um,
completely.
Well, took me 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 days to be released from inpatient care at the hospital. I continued therapy for about another month and a half, and then I did outpatient therapy at home for about 2 years. I mean, I got a bit of a limp. It used to be better, but you know, coming to college, I don't have time to go work out like I used to, maintain like my range of motion. But once during the summer, it gets pretty good. So I wasn't given. My prognosis was lifelong paralysis, so no one knows when or if I'm going to recover. For me, it's a when. For the doctors, it's an if. But that's just me.
Yeah, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Were you ever scared about your condition? Like when it all just started happening?
I didn't put much thought into it. I just thought about getting out of the wheelchair, getting out of the hospital bed. Sometimes it helps to be stubborn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, can you start wrapping it up, Andrew?
Yes, I'm actually at the conclusion. So, the point I want to get across to all of you is, life can be rough sometimes, but if you have a sense of humor about it, it's not nearly as bad as it seems. The only person that can make you a victim is you. So, that's just something to think about.